Remote work has thrown a spanner in the works. It used to be relatively easy to tell where our team members were at in terms of communication, engagement, commitment to the work. And now it's difficult to get the same read. And unfortunately, some of our old teamwork models no longer fit for this way of working. For a start, they are unidirectional. They assume that people and machines are relatively similar. And people are much more complex than a machine which is unidirectional. Pull a lever and you get the result that you're expecting. For example, teamwork models tend to have trust at the base. And while that's been a really valuable way of thinking about it, I challenge the idea that, for example, responsibility or accountability, which tends to sit on top of trust, doesn't actually affect trust. So in fact, we've got more of a complex relationship between these elements of teamwork than most teamwork models will actually let on. And so at Transform Teams, we have a different approach to this that recognises the complexity, the interaction actually between some of the really key elements. And we need to, in some ways, expand our thinking about a few of the options as well. So there are 5 key things to think about when you're building a team, a remote team, a team that you're looking to get high performance from, a team working partly flexibly, partly in the office or co-located together. And the first one, or actually they really are in no particular order because these are more like the ingredients that come together to create something amazing. So the first let's mention is shared goals. And then we have acknowledged responsibility, we have working trust, we have collective capability, and then we have transformational communication. And all of these together are worth having a look at. With communication, I've noticed that our thinking about teamwork is often focused on conflict when people come together and when it doesn't work. But in fact, our model, our internal paradigm for what communication looks like is that we send a message. It comes from me to you, and that packet is sent and received. And there might be some interference along the way, but that is can be addressed, and that's our concept. Then I guess this year has proven to us that that's not how communication works, and in fact it's rarely as simple as that. And so a transformational communication approach recognises that there's much more going on than the message. So for example, when you are in an interaction with someone and it feels passive aggressive, the negativity of that experience actually creates something beyond the message. And it's recognising what goes beyond the message that's really key. So that's another model, that's another conversation about transformational communication. So there are 5 things to think of when you're designing your team, your remote team, a high-performing remote team, a flexible team that's working partly in the office or partly remotely. All of these apply to each team situation. Firstly, shared goals, and I say firstly, but actually all of these are like ingredients of a cake. They need to all be there to create something amazing. Ingredients of a cake or a fantastic meal. Thai food, for example, 5 key ingredients, 5 key flavours in Thai food. So shared goals, acknowledged responsibility, working trust, collective capability, and transformational communication. And by that I mean something that recognises that communication is more than a message that is sent from one person to another, that we're actually creating meaning, and we need to think about how we create that meaning. We'll be sharing more about each of these elements, and transformational communication is one of them, over the next few weeks and months. So stay tuned over at transformteams.co, or join us on LinkedIn or Facebook to learn more. Talk soon.